I'm Denny Chiu. I'm the Director of Communications and Social Media at Bandai Namco Games America. I'm here at BGS 2014 showing off Project Cars. We're with Inside Xbox.
E o Inside Xbox diretamente do stand da Microsoft na BGS 2014. Estou conversando com um monte de gente da indústria que está passando aqui no stand. E o Denny Chiu é da Bandai Namco. A gente vai conversar um pouquinho sobre Project Cars. Dennis, I love racing cars, okay? Racing games. I'm really passionate about that.
Well, who doesn't like racing cars and going fast, right?
Well, I don't know. Maybe someone.
Those people might not have a pulse.
Not me.
I don't know. Yeah,
okay?
I'm a racer at heart as well.
And this is a really great season for fans of racing games because we have a lot of them. And Project Cars is one of them. So can you talk a little bit about that? Explain the game.
Certainly. Project Cars is being developed by Slightly Mad Studios. These guys are truly racers at heart. We kind of like to say, you know, they're developing a game by racers for racers. So if you are of the type that really are into the racing scene, the science, the physics, just the whole lifestyle, I think Project Cars is really one of those games that you need to check out.
Okay, and I tested and I noticed the weather effects can completely change the race. So how this works?
Absolutely. Well, just like in real life, weather plays a lot into how that changes the dynamic of a track, how that changes the dynamic of how drivers perform when rain or you know, high winds or whatever it might affect the track conditions. So in our last demo, we actually showed off a lot of rain coming through. You start off in the race nice and dry and sunny. All of a sudden, you see sprinkles coming down on the screen. All of a sudden, it's a downpour.
Exactly.
And you start seeing puddles form on the track. Obviously, you don't want to run into the puddles because you're going to lose traction. Obviously, as you're going through the race, your tires are actually wearing out as well. Now you've got rain, worn tires. That's going to affect your traction. That's going to have to, you're going to have to effectively adapt and change your driving style, be a little bit more sensitive on the gas and the brake in order to really achieve that win at that point.
Yeah, and it gets really difficult.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. We want to come through with that true sense of racing. It's not an arcade racer. This is a simulation-style game, so that's what we're bringing across.
And how many cars and how many tracks will be available?
Right now, we're definitely looking over 50 cars and 50 tracks. They're going to be spanning all over the world in terms of the tracks. And then in terms of the cars, you've got cars that open-wheel racers, rally cars. You've got cars from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, all the way to today. Porsches, Dodge Vipers, Hondas, Ford Mustangs, McLarens. I mean, wow. if it's out there in real life, you're probably going to see it in Project Cars.
Okay. And about the tracks?
Tracks, recently we've shown Brands Hatch, we've got Silverstone, we've got a lot of tracks in Europe, Asia, the Americas. You're definitely going to get a worldwide kind of experience racing on all these tracks in Project Cars.
So can you talk a little bit about the multiplayer?
In the multiplayer, we haven't locked down the hard number that we're going to offer in terms of how many people can play at once, but there will be a robust multiplayer mode. Who doesn't like racing against friends? That's a cornerstone of a great racing title. That's also going to be part of the Project Cars experience.
Bom, gente, eu testei de fato num evento que a Namco fez antes da BGS. O jogo está aqui também, não consegui jogar na feira, mas eu já tinha jogado antes. O jogo é realmente incrível. Para quem gosta de corrida e vocês já me conhecem, sabe que eu adoro jogo de corrida, é um jogo extremamente bacana. Me lembrou, inclusive vou perguntar uma coisa para ele. When I tested, the game remembered me something like 24 Hours of Le Mans from Dreamcast. Do you remember that game?
Yes.
Yes. That's a good game.
Yes.
Project Cars me lembrou muito o jogo do Dreamcast. Então, assim, se você curte esse simulador, é um simulador bem legal, assim. Um jogo de corrida que você sente o peso do carro, pode anotar, porque esse jogo vale demais. Enquanto isso, eu continuo aqui na BGS e no Inside Xbox.